Do you know how some e-commerce stores get hundreds of qualified visitors daily without paying for ads? There is a system that works automatically, build your reputation organically, and cost absolutely nothing. And most beginners have no idea it exists. Look, I get it. You launched your e-commerce store, added great products, and now you're stuck. No traffic, no sales, just crickets. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Let's say you opened a physical store in a back alley where nobody works. Doesn't matter how good your products are, doesn't matter how beautiful your store is, if nobody sees your store, nobody walks in. Meanwhile, the tourist trap selling cheap souvenirs on the main street, they are making sales every day simply because they have foot traffic. Your online store works exactly the same way. You need visibility first, traffic first, then sales follow. Everyone tells you to run ads, but you're already tight on budget. So here's what nobody talking about, the conversation happening right now where your ideal customers are already looking for solution. Today, I'm showing you a simple system that puts your store on the main street of the internet. Step 1. Understand where your customers are already talking. Most e-commerce owners make one huge mistake. They try to create demand from scratch. But here's the thing. Your customers are already out there right now asking questions on social media. LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. Someone is literally typing best office chair for back pain or which skincare actually works at this exact moment. These aren't cold leads. These are high-intent prospects actively looking for solutions. Think about it. When someone asks a question publicly, they are basically raising their hand saying, I need help with this. That's your opportunity. But here's where most people get stuck. They don't know how to farm this conversation at scale. You can't manually scroll through thousands of posts every day hoping to stumble on the right one. That's where the system comes in. Step 2. Position your brand in problem-aware discussion. Okay, now that you know where your customers are, let's talk about how to actually position your brand. This is what I call the Ecommerce strategy. And here's how it works. You show up in the exact thread where your buyers are already talking about their problem and actively looking for solutions. Let me show you the exact process. Phase number 1 is to find the right keywords. First, you need to know what your prospects are actually typing when they have a problem. Here's how to figure that out. The first method is to think like your prospect. Ask yourself what frustration do they have, what solution are they comparing, what goal are they trying to reach? And if you know the product you sell, it should be easy because it's your product. The second method is to spy on your competition. You need to find 5 competitor brands and search on Twitter or LinkedIn for posts like best and your product category or your competitor alternative. For example, if you sell ergonomic office chair, search for best office chair for back pain and read through the comment and question what people are asking. Write down the exact keyword that keep showing up because these are your golden keyword. And now go type this keyword on LinkedIn and X and you'll find multiple posts where people are actually talking about it. And now we are going to the phase number 2. It's to comment with the right structure. Here's where most people mess this up. They either drop generic comments or they go straight into sales mode once they find an interesting post. Both kill your credibility. Instead, follow this simple structure. Value first and brand mention second. Let me give you an example. Imagine you sell marathon shoes and your brand is called Speedrun Pro and the keyword you searched for is lightweight marathon shoes. Someone posts looking for lightweight marathon shoes. Current one feels like brick at mile 20 and here's how you can comment. Weight skill performance in final mile. With Speedrun Pro we went under 200 grams with carbon plate specifically for this. Most runners hit the wall at mile 20 because shoes are too heavy. Keeps legs fresh through 24 miles with speedrun. See the structure? You added value by explaining the problem, and you mention your brand naturally as the solution. You gave a specific reason why it works. No hard sell, just helpful insight. That's a qualified lead who now know your brand exists and understand why it solves their exact problem. One more thing, make sure your profile is set up correctly before you start. Add your store link in the bio, use a clear headline, make it obvious what you offer. If your profile is a dead end, you're wasting every click. Before jumping into the third phase, if you actually learn something, like and subscribe to our channel. We are showing similar strategy to this one every week. Now, let's go to the phase number 3. Make it a daily routine. Now, here's the reality. Do this won't change anything. You need consistency. Set aside 2 time blocks per day. Maybe 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. Your goal, comment on at least 10 relevant posts per session. Do this on both LinkedIn and Twitter because your prospects hang out on different platforms. If you do this every single day, you're getting your brand in front of 40 high intent prospects daily minimum. That's 280 per week and over 1,000 per month. And here's what happened. People start seeing your brand name pop up everywhere. You create what I call eco-awareness. Your prospects feel like everyone talking about your brand, even though it's just you showing up consistently in the right place. Sometimes they'll even reach out first because your brand feels like the natural solution. Try this for a week and thank me later, you'll be surprised by the result. Step 3. Automate your presence without losing authenticity. What if you could actually find those high-intent conversations and drop smart, helpful comments mentioning your brand? This is exactly what tools like Ecommerce are designed to. It finds conversation where people are already asking for solution in your niche. Then it automatically posts relevant comments that include your brand name on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on YouTube. The result? Your brand show up consistently in front of prospects every single day. And here's what happens when you do this at scale. First, you get immediate traffic. Second, you build your credibility. Third, your reputation grows organically. I've seen beginner stores go from 0 visitors to hundreds of qualified clicks per month using this exact approach. You can test Ecommerce free for 3 days without entering your card, and the link is in the description. Also, here's a bonus most people miss. When you consistently mention your brand in comments across platforms, something powerful happens. People see your brand, get curious and type it into Google. Your brand review or what is your brand? And when multiple people search your brand name, Google notice. Your ranking improve and your organic traffic grows. So you're getting traffic from 3 sources. 1. Direct clicks on your profile from your comments. 2. Google search from curious prospect. 3. Improved SEO ranking over time. Now, let's quickly recap what we covered. First, your ideal customers are already asking questions on social media right now. Second, show up in those conversations naturally by mentioning your brand where it adds value. Third, automate the process so you're consistently visible without manual effort. This isn't a theory, this is how modern e-commerce brands drive traffic in 2026 to their store without relying on expensive ads or complicated funnels. Before you jump in the automation mode with Ecommerce, test this manually for 1 week. Find 10 posts daily, drop comments, and refine which keyword actually attract your ideal customer. Once you know what works, scale it with Ecommerce. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, you'll probably also like a more advanced one on how to increase your e-commerce sales. Links in the bio. See you in the next one.